Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly, NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Looking to upgrade your hay equipment this season? Landmark Implement has a lineup of pre-owned balers and windrowers ready to go to work. In the race against time, make sure your hay equipment is up to the task. When you buy used hay equipment from Landmark, you're backed by our extensive parts and service network, complete with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you in the field. Shop all used hay equipment online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
Right. Welcome in to the Fitness Fanatics. It is August 3rd, our first show in the month of August. And you know what that means, Harrison and Nicole? Football season.
Oh, how nice of you to add me to that.
Is here.
You did. You said and Nicole.
Yeah, that's right. This month we have football. In fact, I, being the avid Husker fanatic that I am, went out to the practice yesterday, the 1890 sponsored practice.
You have a couple things to report.
Couple? What do I have? A couple things?
Because they were selling alcohol there,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I didn't even talk about that yet.
Yeah.
It's official.
I'll tell you. So I wasn't going to pay $8 for a Michelob Ultra.
We're old
Sorry.
and cheap.
Do they have like a
Wasn't going
Pabst
to.
Blue Ribbon for $4?
No.
A Coors Light for $7?
No, I just no. I would
No cheaper version.
no. I mean I did go and I got a little hot dog and a drink.
But not alcohol.
But to upgrade to a beer was like $8 extra. Yeah, I'm just not.
That's pretty tough to do.
I mean, people are going to pay that.
Oh yeah, people were buying
The
them.
beauty of the tailgate is you drink there and then
Right. That's what
you buy two $8, it's $16, but hey,
Right.
get you through the game.
I don't know.
Also keeps
I'm
you away
just too
from
cheap.
drinking a ton of beers, maybe.
Maybe.
And I'll tell you, last
know.
year during the Colorado game, if I would have drank during the game, I wouldn't have remembered any of the game.
No.
So I needed those 4 hours to
That's
just
the problem.
sober
because-
up.
It's a good thing they waited for that Colorado game last year to be done with.
Mhm.
No,
That would have been a tough first year to start with alcohol sales because
no kidding.
Colorado would have been, I mean, that was early game 2 home.
Yep. Well, yeah. Game 2.
Yeah, that place would have been, Lincoln would have been blacked out quite literally.
Well, I was browned out quite literally on the way to the stadium.
That's the problem because you would have gotten to the stadium and it wouldn't have been you making that choice to buy
like,
the
hit
beer.
me up.
It would have
Get
been
me one. Let's go.
alcohol
I'll take
making
one.
the
Yeah, I'll take
decision.
one.
Yeah.
So it was
Which
there.
is what often gets us.
Yeah,
in
but I
trouble.
didn't drink anything. And then another thing, I spent a little extra money to sit up in the club level because I thought, all right, now I'm
Just
going to
for
get it.
comfort.
Yeah, I'm going to get a chair and relax. Last year we were on the bleachers, and as you get into your late 40s like me, your back starts to hurt. Just,
A wealthy man these days too.
Yeah,
For the
but
club
Extra
seats.
$10.
But here's the thing. And I wanted to go sit in the front row because I'm like, okay, nobody's going to be in front of me. And I'll tell you what, there was hardly any leg room at all. Like I almost had to sit sideways.
You said Ben had to.
Ben had to sit with his legs sideways
And
because
Ben's not like 6'8" or anything.
no, he's
No.
6'1".
Just decently tall, but
Yeah.
not like a freak.
Like
But it
normal
was just
tall.
like so cramped. And I was like, I am uncomfortable. Like I couldn't imagine paying the donation to sit there
Mhm.
and then be like, I wasn't even comfortable versus my seats where we have 10 feet of leg room, for the
But Ben
cheapest
did
donation.
say that obviously the view is better. He was like, it was
Oh, the
like
views are-
watching
yeah.
a game on IMAX. Like that's what it was
Yeah.
like.
Because
You
we
do-
were on the 40-yard line. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just the view was amazing. Just give me like 6 more inches of leg room, and I would have been perfect.
I
But
would have been fine.
well, you would have been
It was
totally
built for
fine.
5'4" people.
Yeah, it's tough. Stuff like that too is tough to fix.
But
Probably not
know.
gonna
I
fix.
thought it was. No, I'm not. Let's see. In my entire existence, I've watched. This would be my second practice ever that I've watched.
What was the first one?
Last year.
Last year.
Okay.
So, like I know you go on Twitter and you like Sipple and all these guys or Schaefer, all like their observations and this player looks good and that
Mhm.
player looks good and this is, and the whole time I'm like I had my phone pulled up because you either had like a little screen, a little QR code to pull up the roster number. So we're like, okay, who's this number? Where's Winery? We were trying to find who everybody was, or Ben would be like, oh, number this person just got cooked on the line, right? So we're like, who's this? So I look here's the O lineman, here's the D lineman. So a lot of times we were looking at that, but the big differences this year from last year was this year it was full pads, and they did a lot of scrimmaging. I mean, it was pretty good.
Like 11 on 11 scrimmage?
Oh, yeah. 11 on
okay.
11. Yep. I mean, they started off practice like that, and they did it about 3 or 4 times. There was some
comparing it to spring game, what did you like it better or?
Feels like it was better than the spring.
Yeah.
It sounds
well,
like
especially
like from what you're saying.
Well, this year's spring game, because none of the starters were out there. They didn't do any scrimmaging.
Well,
like,
yeah.
These were
like the spring games of past where
the
they
Husker
would just
games.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these were ones versus ones. And we were watching like some of the drills they were doing. Like there was a drill where the O linemen were going against the D linemen, but it wasn't all the D linemen. It was like the rush end versus the tackle. And it was like they hiked it and then they were trying to get around. I mean, that stuff, that was cool to me. Like watching Winery go against Gatula, like, oh, here we go. Like that was pretty cool. And then the passing drills.
Was Dane Key? Did you catch Dane Key out there?
Dane Key was in a yellow jersey. So he was not out there in the scrimmaging. So he didn't do a whole lot. And we were looking for him too. Like
I was going to say, yeah, he's going to be one that a lot of people probably wanted to see.
Yeah. So there were a few people in the yellow jerseys. And whenever Dylan left, and then the backups came in, I was like, well, all right. I wasn't really interested. I'm like, okay, let me look at something else. But there was
did you see Heinrich Harburg? I keep seeing
Harburg
him,
was out.
I try not to get like too excited about it, but when I see some of his stuff, I'm like, he just looks freaky athletic. And
yeah,
I feel like he has a good chance to have kind of a freaky year.
Yeah, there were a lot of, they were doing like, the quarterback, running back, tight end, and doing passing drills. So then you had like the linebacker, the safety, so that stuff was really cool.
Was it mainly Luke Lindenmeyer at the tight end one?
Lindenmeyer, Carter Nelson, and Heinrich.
I'm sure they're probably just rotating a lot, though.
Yeah,
so there's no sense of the number one guy yet.
Yeah, them 3 were out there. I mean, they all look good, but it's like you don't want to get your, whatever skis over your head or whatever the saying is.
Not the saying.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever skied ever? Maybe find a more applicable analogy.
Just we're like watching, like the one offenses out there, and then like we were like, once they got past like the second level, the play kind of stopped, but a couple of the players like took it for a touchdown, and Ben's like, 3 plays, 3 touchdowns. Like, here we go. And we're like, it's definitely, this is going to be the 2019 LSU offense. I mean, it's
so hard to tell because like you just don't know how good the defense is either. Because like, if you were watching like some of the Eagles stuff preseason, and it'd be cool to see their Hard Knocks, you'd be like, oh man, they're just getting killed. Their offense must stink. And it's like, well, it's actually just one of the best defenses out there. And then come the regular season, they eventually play. It's so hard to tell when they're just scrimmaging against each other.
Well, and I think they were doing like some running drills, like they all running up the line and stuff. And there were some where there were holes made and running backs got through. And then there were some where there were no holes. So it's like, it's kind of good to see like, okay, defense is winning some, offense is winning some. So that was
just
good.
A one-sided blowout.
Right. And then like I was with another guy who goes to the gym. So there's 3 of us. And like the first running play they were doing, like Emmett just went right up the middle for a touchdown. And then I was like, said something. And then Rod was like, he's like, well, that's what happens when you're running behind the best offense of the country. And I said, yeah. And Emmett Smith is the running back there, So it was fun. There was a couple skirmishes. They were doing some receiver, defensive back blocking drills where they would
classic where you're gonna have skirmishes.
Yeah,
these wide receivers.
Yeah, they pitch it out to the running backs and they're blocking on the perimeter. And there were I mean, we're like just like the bench is cleared. They're all just getting after it. And then afterward, the perpetrators, they all had to do up downs. So they were doing.
Do you think that was real though? It seems like a little on the nose.
Well,
like
they were getting after it.
Performance value.
I'm just
excitement.
like, yeah, let's get.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's general. It's real. It's
I know. I'm sure that
because you hear all the time.
That's common.
Well, NFL,
then you get people.
There's always
fighting. I just think that's so weird.
It's just you're competing for
I
spots.
know boys are dumb.
Let's get some adrenaline. That's right.
So why are you confused?
The testosterone.
Yeah.
I know. I just think that's so odd. They're like teammates. And they
Oh,
get
we
in
want to be
fights.
physical. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
I guess
good.
that aggression has to come out somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
They need to have it now just so they can have it later.
It's fall camp too. It's like if you
You're
take your
dying.
kickboxing class 2 days, like now you're actually kicking your coworkers. And
There's
now you
some
got to see them every
psychology
day for
there.
I mean, after
Yeah.
a while, you're gonna get tired of getting kicked by your teammates,
Right.
and you're gonna kick them pretty hard back, and you might.
I guess
like a
I
little
just
chippy.
didn't know that happened. That's
Yeah.
why I'm skeptical.
How
But
do you watch Hard Knocks with Jeff?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay.
I might be in the room.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
She's on TikTok while Ben and I are watching that stuff.
Okay.
I did watch Quarterback though. I liked that show.
Quarterback's good.
Yeah, I like that. one.
A couple other. So last year, I don't remember one of those things I don't remember them doing was lining up, kicking field goals, doing punts. So like last year, it didn't seem like there was a lot of special team stuff going on. But one of the highlights for us, like they were lining up doing field goals. I mean, they were kicking 42, 43, 44 yarders, and they had the field goal block team out there. And so it was like real field goals, and we didn't miss one field goal, which is good.
That's fantastic.
Right?
What about the punt game?
Oh,
Archie Wilson.
Okay, so
The Aussie.
Archie Wilson. Yeah, this is another highlight for us.
I know it's funny that the punter might be a highlight, but I'm curious about him.
Everyone's curious.
No, it was a highlight because he was rolling. Okay, so we know we're gonna roll right, roll left. He could kick with the right foot, kick with the left foot. So it was all on display. He had a couple punts that like went out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Really?
Right? He had a punt that just like hit at the 9 and just basically died right there.
So he does like a totally different style.
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, I know because he came from a different track, but
yes, like you can. He rolls right. So we saw this one punt where, and they were kind of showing him off too. Like he rolled right, kicked with his right.
Well, that's just his whole thing.
He
Yeah,
rolled
that's
left,
the whole reason Mike Eckler
kicked with
wanted
his
him.
left. So he could kick with either leg.
Wow.
And there was one point where he rolled to the left, kicked with his left, and it went all the way to the right.
Are they
Like
normally ambidextrous like that?
I don't think
like
so.
you're Australian or not? You're Australian. You're.
Well, they're
I
from
guess
Australia.
yeah, this guy is in particular. But I mean, I guess that type of punter. I have no idea if that's supposed to be a normal thing. If you're kicking with, I know the idea of it is that they can roll out and be mobile, as opposed to traditional where you just take it straight. That's crazy. Though.
Well,
He's
he can
kicking
roll
with
either
both.
way.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah, he rolled to the left, kicked with the left, and the ball just shot to the right. I mean, we were like, let's get some more of this here.
Yeah,
like,
that guy
people were-
sounds.
It sounds
really
like
unique.
Sounds like
Yeah.
trick pool shots or something.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like people are cheering. Ja'Cory Barney's out there just screaming
What do you
stuff,
think
getting
about
people
him
hyped
saying
up.
he wants to lead the nation in punt return yards?
Well, it's good to be positive. Well, you know what?
I love it.
All he needs to return is about 50, 60 yards, and he'd have more than last year. Okay. Pete Ferguson chimed in, said, enough of the Husker talk. That's fine. Let's move on.
He wants to talk about the Cowboys.
One more thing, or a couple more observations from
Micah
yesterday.
Parsons.
That's surprising, right?
Couple more observations, and I told you guys this off air. They were doing. I said like I was out there on field goal unit, so they were doing field goal kicks, and the defense jumped off sides. And after that play, all the they separated the team. Offensive guys lined up at midfield. Defensive guys were lined up on the sideline, and I heard Coach Rule. You could hear him yelling down at the team. He's like, "You know what that does? Gives them a first down." And so he got out of the way, and they did gassers. And then there was another time when an offensive lineman had a false start, and he had to go run a lap. And it reminded me of Remember the Titans when he was like, if you fumble the ball, you're going to run a mile, and then I'm going to put my foot up,
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So it's good. Like you see like some discipline
Need that.
stuff on there.
I remember at high school that I've never forgot. I can't remember why I was in trouble, so I had to be late for practice because I do some after school stuff. And then I showed up, and they're in the middle of doing scrimmages, and then they're like, "Quick, get in there!" I don't know what the snap count is, so nobody tells me that it's on 2. I jump, have to run hills. I come back, don't know what the snap count again is. I look at my tackle. I'm like, "What's the snap count?" He says, "On 1." It was on 2, so I jump again. I have to go back and run more hills. Tell you what, though, you figure it out pretty quick, though. You get that discipline in you. Like, you can't just ask one dude. You got to make sure everyone's on the same page. It's effective. Like, even if it's not your fault, you make sure how to communicate. So,
yeah.
you
So that
don't
was
have
good.
to do it. Yeah.
That was good to see that. So Pete texted in and said, enough of the Husker talk. And then John and Cortland texted, Cowgirls, glad my break is over. Go Niners. So, yeah, let's talk about the Cowboys for a second. Because
why would Pete say that knowing
he's laughing? He had a little laughy face.
Yeah.
And, as Bears fans, they got the whole Micah Parsons deal, wants to trade. Right? Harrison, what do you think?
You were throwing it to me before. I feel uneasy giving away like a ton of first round picks. I like it, but
okay, that's a very different. I mean, that is a Jeff answer, because off air before you were like, "Oh, I saw someone say they're going to sweep the Packers." Blah, blah, blah. Well, if you believe that, then you should be fine with them giving away first round picks.
Hey,
I don't think we need Micah Parsons to sweep the Packers this year.
But the time
Jeff
to make
is rubbing off on
the
you,
time to
Harrison.
make moves is when you're paying your quarterback hardly anything.
That is true.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. We'll see. I highly doubt he gets traded. People just say that. I want traded. Like, look at TJ Watt. I'm done with Pittsburgh, and then he signs. And same with Myles Garrett.
It's
I want to be
like
traded. It's just a negotiating.
tactic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. True.
Jerry Jones, though, I mean, it's pretty bumpy. He might not be a Cowboy.
Who? Micah?
Parsons. Yeah, because Jerry Jones is really, I don't know where he's at with a lot of these guys anymore. The whole Micah Parsons thing is very weird. Like, he's just kind of putting down his own player right now. So even if you wanted to trade him, he's like, oh, he's got back problems. He's always injured. And it's like, Jerry, what are we doing here? Do you want to trade him or do you want to hold on to him? Because right now you're talking about how great he is, and then at the end of every sentence you're like, oh, his back's just broken. So I don't know what he's doing.
The longer it goes, whether he's traded or not, so we get the Cowboys in week 3, so it can go all the way up to week 1 for all I care.
Is that at home?
Yep,
That's
home.
a win. Okay.
We might have to do a rollover segment with Pete there on.
That would be good. Yeah, you could just hang around for like 10 minutes.
Because we play so the Bears and Cowboys play the Sunday after Michigan, Nebraska. That's that weekend.
That's a lot on the line.
That weekend. Michigan, Nebraska, Dallas, Chicago. Saturday, Sunday. Is that awesome?
I mean, I'm just giddy. I'm giddy with excitement.
I know. We're only 3 weeks away. Like 3 weeks from today.
Close.
We'll be talking college football because there are games in 3 weeks. Huskers don't play in 3 weeks, but there are games. You got Iowa State, Kansas State, 2 teams projected that could win the Big 12 playing in Ireland. So as Husker fans, we get to tune in and see the field where, the debacle happened, which is always all right. And then I think Kansas plays Fresno State that day, which is a little sneaky, interesting game to open the season. So,
Kansas got that renovated field too, which is nice.
Yeah, they do. I
don't think that one's in Kansas.
Yeah, at Kansas.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to check it out, it looks pretty sweet. I was looking at it. They got the rock chalk in the seats. It's pretty nice. You would never think Kansas would have that kind of beautiful of a stadium, but shout out to those guys.
So pretty awesome stuff. Right, Nicole?
Oh, boy.
How much have you been yapping? Are you not yapping? Because the group chats for me,
what?
We're getting to that time of year.
First of all, Jeff's never not yapping. But the amount of football games that have been on in our house in the last week and a half has been next level. Like, this is new territory of Jeff and
been
Ben
watching old Husker games.
That's where I was games. At. I think I was telling you guys, I was watching like the Fiesta Bowl. I've been watching old games.
I left to go on a walk and I come back and they're watching Boston College, Nebraska.
We watched the bowl
Bad
game.
Boy Mowers Bowl. Yep. I just watched that one not too long ago as well.
Yep.
And watching that, you're like, how did we not? We had a fumble, an interception, all like in the first 20 minutes. Like,
early.
How did they not lose that game? But
you watch the defense and you're like, oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, defense stepped up. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
You do miss Ty though when you watch that Boston College game. Yeah.
Well, maybe
I was a beast in that game, and then he also was like the lead blocker.
On a touchdown,
it was a Ramir Johnson run. Yeah. Also, that was the awesome Ramir Johnson game because for how long he had been with us, and like he never really got like a whole lot of consistency due to injury. And then I think Boston was his hometown, so he had friends and family there, and he was probably like one of the MVPs of the game.
And he had lost his mom.
So that's right. I forgot about that part as well.
Watching that game, Ben and I were talking about how I believe like Mike Eckler at Tennessee in the last 4 years maybe had like one kick blocked in 4 years. One kick. In that game, we had an extra point blocked that was returned for a safety and a punt block.
I swear I've never seen a PAT return for a safety until I started watching Husker football.
Yeah.
Like it's such a phenomenal play, like rare play, and it happened versus Oklahoma. It happened versus Boston College. Has it happened one more time that
I
I'm
think
missing?
one more, but I don't remember which game it was. But
I'm telling you, it happens like for how insanely of a ridiculous play that is to pull off. Like the fact that I've seen it twice within the past 7 years with Nebraska.
So they could have went up 14-0 at that point. Instead, it's 13-2. Then one of their next drives, they did the fake punt, and then they tried a fake field goal, which was a horrific disaster where it just got blown up. So you chip that in at 17-0, and it's just. But no, it's like 20-2 for the longest time. Like they can't do anything, and then they score with like 6 minutes left, and then the punt block. They have a 1-yard drive. It was just.
We almost did it again. Almost pulled it off.
But you know what? The great thing about that game, though, is they closed it out, right? They had 4th and 1. They needed a yard because Dylan slid inexplicably a yard short of the first down when he could have just ran and he would have got it. But Ramir got it, and they closed it out. So that should be some confidence building, I would think.
I mean, yeah, you didn't end the year on Iowa, which has been the problem for how many years outside of one. You end the year on a loss to Iowa. Anything that's not losing to Iowa is a hell of a lot better than what we have been doing.
So yeah, we basically ended the year on a loss 9 of the last 10 years.
Yes, because we're not going bowling. We're just losing to Iowa. That's
know,
like
right?
a brutal way to end the season. So,
and when we went to a bowl game in 2016, we lost.
Yeah.
And we went to a bowl, in 2014, we lost. So, yeah, but that's okay. That's all in the past.
It was 2015 that we beat.
So 20
UCLA, was it UCLA?
Yeah, 2015. Yes, 2015 they beat UCLA, or 2015 because they were 5-7, got to a bowl game and won.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh, here we go. Well, then they started 7-0. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, let's go to break. That's enough of the sports talk for today. We're going to talk health and fitness when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
You're invited to Valentino's big jumbo anniversary party, and we've got a gift just for you. On Thursday, July 31st, only buy one jumbo 16-inch pizza at a regular price and get a second pizza free. Hamburger or cheese pizza only on original crust. It's our way of saying thanks for sharing Valentino's tradition for over 68 years. Celebrate with a slice of Valentino's tradition on us. Pre-orders start July 30th, online, by phone, or in person, and the offer is good for July 31st only. Carry out or delivery at participating Valentino's locations. A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Schwieso Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwieso Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwieso.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Rolloffs, cleanup made simple.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. So the last 3 weeks, we've been covering kind of our theme for the week for our 10-week challenge. And we'll kind of do a quick recap in the next segment before we get into our week 4 theme, which is courage. Mm-hmm. Which one of the, is it the lion that needs courage in Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking of that.
I don't know either.
But before we get in there, so a few months ago, we had a guest on, John Kelly.
Well, this applies, courage applies
Yes.
to this very well, which is why I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, so we're going to do, he went out to do the Appalachian Trail in 40 days. And so Nicole's
He
going
was
to talk
trying to
about
beat the
that.
speed record.
All right, Nicole, this
for
is your segment.
that.
You have a lot of, you've saved up a lot of words from last segment, so you get going.
Sure. Well, I mean, you
I
kind
need
of,
to catch my breath too.
we both followed along with his trail or his journey. And Harrison, you were here, right? When we had John Kelly on, the Barkley Marathon guy. And then he was just getting ready to start his speed record.
You know, the guy's a maniac in the best way possible. But.
Yeah. Yep. So the goal was to do 2,197 miles. The full Appalachian Trail, I think, was in 40 days, was the record or whatever. Well, he actually had to drop out 300 miles short of it because of injury.
So he did not make it.
Yep. So he didn't do it. He didn't finish it. In fact, he just kind of cut his losses at that time because, of course, he has other goals in his life. And so it wasn't worth it to him to like sacrifice everything in his future just to even finish something when he knew he wasn't going to reach his goal, which is courageous, which is an important part of having courage. First of all, to even try something that not very many people have ever done, especially the speed part of it.
Right.
Because as part of that, like just to kind of give people an idea of what that looked like, he averaged 56.4 miles a day on the Appalachian Trail, while at times climbing 14,000 feet or more. So he basically, like, if you think about there's a lot of 1,400 foot mountains.
14,000.
14,000, yeah. 14,000 foot mountains, and like Colorado, people do like the 14ers or whatever. He was doing that basically every day, like going out and climbing 14,000 feet every single day. And I mean, he was so dialed in and used a lot of data because he's like a data scientist in his real life. And so those are amazing statistics. 56.4 miles a day, climbing sometimes over 14,000 feet. But the part that I just read is 94% of the time he was in zone 1 for his heart rate. So he had his watch set to alert him if he ever went above 145 beats per minute, over 145 beats per minute. And 94% of the time he was under 145.
I get up in the zone 1 after 1 minute of running.
Yeah. No, you below past zone 1. You're in like zone 5. So that's incredible. Like
that's a lot of altitude too.
Yes.
Because you guys have done a 14er, haven't you?
Well, no.
No, we wanted to 2 years ago, and there's just too much snow on the
joke. We did it. There was a lot of snow when I did it, and obviously we couldn't run it, but
yeah.
Just like walking it and trying to breathe. Like I can't imagine 50 plus miles
from around there. Like, so he kind of grew up in the area, so he probably has a little bit of a benefit to that.
For sure. It's still crazy impressive.
And it was hot. It was hot. It was a lot hotter than like he had expected and stuff. And so I'm reading like one of the articles that was done about him, and he said day 8, like you're looking at 40 days. And he said on day 8, he found himself in what he called the largest mental hole I've ever been in. Like it was just really hard. And he said this one is a good one about courage, because he said at that point, especially 8 days in, and it was so hard, that it was 50% physical, 50% mental. He said, no matter how strong you are, it's going to hurt and you're going to want to quit. And I remember seeing his first couple weeks, and his just the little things that I'd seen, and him being on the show, his like attitude is always very positive. And he was down. Like you could tell he was beat down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's only been 6-7 days.
Yeah.
But he kept going. And then this is also a part of his success, is that he also tied this to something that was really important to him. So he created a why. He was trying to raise money for the rebuilding efforts from Hurricane Helene. And he was able to raise over $60,000 for that. So I think that was where it helped him shift his mindset to, well, I'm not going to be able to finish my goal. I'm not going to be able to reach my goal, but it's still not a failure in his eyes, which is a big part of it, because a lot of times we really, really do get stuck on that. But
how many miles did he end up running?
Well, the goal was, what did I say? The goal was 2,197, and he came up 300 miles short. So whatever.
He still ran like what, 2,600 miles?
Yeah, right. Like
hard to call that a failure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's an insane amount of mileage.
Yeah, it was. He was out there for 35 days. Like that's how. But he had injured himself pretty before that. It's not like he had one that day,
right?
Where
and
he's like,
progressively it got worse
yes.
without rest.
Yeah,
because you're putting 50 plus miles on your legs.
Yeah. Yep. And he said he underestimated the importance of sleep at the beginning. And he even talked about it when he was on our show that his body will just shut down when it needs sleep. Like he will just wake up on the floor of the forest on raised ultras when he doesn't get his sleep in. But I think he some of it was just the timing of it, which is why it's important. And we talk about this with our 10-weekers, why the timing is so important of when you start something.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe, you're going to train for a marathon, for example, and that you have 5 or 6 things going on in your life between the time you sign up for the marathon and when the marathon is. Well, maybe the timing wasn't right for that. So maybe that's not the time that you sign up for a marathon. You use that time to do something else. But he was very well prepared. That had nothing to do with it. But he did say the last part of this article says the courage to fail, which is important because he says his quote is, "Don't be afraid of failing. Even if you don't reach your goal, you accomplish so much along the way." A lot of people don't have the courage to fail. Failing is a part of life. We fail all the time at stuff. It's okay. That's not a reason. Stuff? We all do.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
What was that quote that when we listened to his last blog he said to his kids? I'm putting you on the spot.
I know. Why? I think I might have put that in my notes.
See, that's what I thought, that you wrote it down.
I know. Yeah.
So I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I know.
Well, while she's looking that up, we do have some guy.
Oh,
named Mark Onweiler says, "Hey, y'all."
Oh, some guy. Okay.
I think I know that.
At the text line, we actually have him saved as some guy, Mark Onweiler, which I didn't know, which is hilarious. But
hey, y'all.
Sounds about right.
Shout out to Onweiler from back in the day. Your very first producer.
Of course. Yes.
Well, we appreciate him listening.
Did he text something in, or
he said, "Hey, y'all"? Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought there was more.
No. He just said.
I mean, Harrison, do you want us to tell the story?
I thought there was more to that.
Do you want us to tell the story of the first day you were supposed to produce our show, and we got to the studio, and it was. I mean, I know that the entire state of Nebraska was in meltdown mode because we had just lost the Northwestern.
They were pretty panicked
the day before, and then we had to come in and do a radio show the next morning, and we were sitting in the car because our producer was supposed to be there because Mark had passed it off.
The torch.
He used us as much as he could, and then he passed it off to you. And
yeah, Mark got a 6-pack, and he's like, "I'm done with these guys now."
He didn't have a 6-pack yet. He was still working on it.
So we're sitting in the car in the parking lot, and then we hear, "Now the Fitness Fanatics with Jeff and Nicole Essink," and then it was silent.
Dead air.
Nothing happened. But you've come a long way since then.
Yep.
I mean, it's 3 years ago.
I wonder what I think the receipts, I should see if I still have them over the break. We're not even kidding. I'm supposed to take over this weekend.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Everybody, the whole state was depressed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was in on it except for me.
We were
I'll take that
everything.
One.
Yeah. I can't find it. I'll look for it after break. I can't remember where I saved it. But
why don't we go to break?
Yeah. But I just wanted to give everyone an update, and that was courageous of him to even try it. It was took a lot of courage to document it in real time along the way, knowing that it had to be best case scenario from start to finish to even accomplish this goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was great about not finishing. And he actually just posted a really interesting post. He's Random Forest Runner on Instagram and Facebook, but he said just 2 days ago, he posted, "If the devil had popped up on a rock on the Appalachian Trail and said, 'Tell you what, I'll patch up your leg so you can finish strong, but then you'll never be able to race again,' I would have probably stopped to think about it. But that didn't happen, and hopefully I would have said no." And so that was just kind of interesting, reflection that he did about, and then he said nearly, and this is how I'll finish because this is everything that he's like accomplished. He said, nearly everything big that I have done has taken me more than one try to get right. He's qualified for Boston. It took him 3 times. He's qualified for Kona, the big Ironman triathlon, the huge one, like the big one. He tried twice. Barkley, he did Barkley 3 times before he completed all 5 loops of that one. And then the rest of them are like ultra marathons that we talked about on the show, Grand Round, Pennine Way, and Rain Whites. It took him 2 tries to be able to finish those. Even from a professional level, he's built businesses. 1 failed before he had a successful one. So like there's nothing in that list that he was like, yep, I tried it. I wanted to do it. I did it. And, checked it off his list. He failed and he came back and did it again. And then sometimes did it a 3rd time before he could get it. So I thought that was very interesting. That he, good reflection, interesting reflection on a failure.
Well, you guys say it all the time too. Jeff, how was your first time at Farrell's? Did you make it all the way through?
Well, I did, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm mixing it up. Nicole.
I didn't.
Yeah, there we go.
I didn't.
But see, we can relate to people because Nicole,
which was like 21 years ago. It was a long
she
time ago.
started the 10-week challenge and quit. Okay. I did the 10-week challenge, had amazing results, then stopped doing it, thinking I could do it on my own.
Right.
And I gained all my weight back plus an extra 10 pounds.
Yes, that's
so
your
I was
story.
humbled. So anybody that comes through our doors, we've, and sometimes we forget, like, because it drives me crazy when people quit. I'm just like, what, but I mean, but we've been there,
And sometimes
we've quit
there's
things.
like, you understand it. There's reasons you understand, but then there's also the times that are frustrating where it's just like, you just didn't come into it with the right mindset. You weren't taking it seriously enough from the beginning. You didn't put down the roots to make you, help you hang in there when it gets tough. Like there's a lot of reflection. And I just wonder how many people who don't finish really take the time to reflect on that.
Really anything. You start a 60-day plan, a 30-day plan, and you get 2 weeks in, you're just like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, with that, let's go to break. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity? Positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all 3? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
Rick Heyman here from Starter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at StarterHeyman.com.
Starter Heyman Jewelers.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Breathe easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Nebraska football opens their season on Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City, and you can be a part of the best pregame tailgate party with Blur Events, live from Kauffman Stadium, home of the Royals. Doors open 4 hours before kickoff with a live DJ promoting interactive competitions and giveaways. Tailgate games like cornhole, flip cup, and beer pong, access to ballpark concessions, and available air conditioning. Book your tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City and hang with 93.7 The Ticket on the scene prior to Nebraska versus Cincinnati on August 28th.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. So Nicole found the quote we were talking about before we went to break. So Nicole, please read that quote that we thought was so awesome.
It doesn't have to do with courage necessarily, but along the way on his journey, John Kelly's for the Appalachian Trail, like he'd do videos and he'd talk about different things. And this one, he was talking about his family, and he went through and he talked about each of his children, and he talked about like their strengths and stuff like that. And the quote was, because he was talking about what his kids are into and stuff. And this is what it was a cool parenting tip.
Here we go. Cool parenting tip.
Yeah. He said, it's not my goal to assign my children a passion. It is to show them the value in having one, which I think is very cool. Like he's talked about he has one kid that's kind of into running. The rest of them aren't. Like he doesn't expect his kids to follow his passions, but he wants to show them the importance of having one, which I thought was a really cool goal. Because a lot of times parents tend to do that. Like I'm honestly surprised that you didn't.
Well, remember when Katie was like, I was trying to force her to hit we got that little basketball hoop, and I was like,
right,
get it in here. She just didn't care.
I know. And I think it was just also timing of like you were not home a lot, so I think that was part of it too. Like you were in sales, and so you just didn't have as much time to exert your influence on our children. But because a lot of times we do that as parents,
this is
what we did. We want our kids to do it, and maybe that's not what they want, but then a lot of times it is what they want, and that's okay too. But it's also like knowing yourself, and you can put this, it doesn't have to be about your children, but it's like, be inspired. Like I'm inspired by John Kelly. Does that make me want to do ultra trail runs? Does that make me want to try to beat the speed record on the Appalachian Trail? No, but you can still watch that and be inspired and apply it to like your own goals and passions.
Does it make us even want to run? No, it doesn't.
You probably wanted to run when he was on the show. You're very, susceptible to that. But
yeah,
yeah. You were probably wanting to get back in. Every time we have someone that runs, you're always like, okay, that's it. Getting back into running.
I never do. You know why?
That's not true.
Because in the moment, I'm motivated.
Yes.
But we all know that motivation doesn't last.
True.
So then after he's off, and I'm like, oh, I'm very inspired. Or when we have any of our runners,
I'm going to start running, and then the time comes, which is a callback to, was it last week's episode? 2 weeks ago, when we recorded it, was that last week's?
No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, when we were doing the road race.
When I hurt your feelings because I said you're a bad training partner.
Yep.
That's to my point right there, what you just said. So
yeah, but that's just for me personally.
I know. That's what I mean for you personally.
I'm a bad training partner for me personally.
Yes, that was my point.
I can't train myself, but I can help train others.
Yes, that was my point.
Well, you didn't say that was your point.
Well, I was too busy managing your emotions.
This is all over again. I had to edit that episode.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, what did you think? Did it seem like I was being too mean?
No, you guys just seemed like you've been married for a while.
27 years.
It was one of those things where you're listening to both, and it's like neither of you guys are just married. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You guys are just talking right over each other.
We were.
It's all right though. That's good. That's
communication when you get older. My parents would tell you the same.
Yeah.
It's just
okay. Well, good.
That's what the listeners like. Is to be, because they like people like when they like listening to other married couples bicker, because then you're like, ooh, it's not us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, listen to these two. They sound like fools.
I don't know.
You're
How
like,
true
well,
it
that's
is.
what we sound like.
I sounded
We
like
argue.
a fool, but
Oh, you did.
I think that's like a secret side hobby of parents is like just talking about other parents, being like, well, at least we're not those guys. Listen to those guys.
Yeah.
Well, we were just in the gas station on our way here, and some kid just threw a fit. Like there was a little boy and a little girl, and we were walking out, and the kids just like throwing a fit in the gas station.
Which kids do. It's fine. But yes, Jeff and I were reflecting on how our parenting style would not have allowed that to happen. But
no, our kids would never do that. Like seriously.
But you just never know the backstory of anything. But
no, but it was kind of embarrassing.
And we were. We don't even know how it was resolved. We don't even know how the parent. Dad was just starting to be like, okay, what's going on?
You know how it was resolved?
You have no idea. You can't
the
speculate.
Kid probably got what he wanted.
You have no idea. You have
That's
no
probably
clue.
what happened.
Because you know what? Our kids could have pulled the same thing with you because it was with the dad, which is also kids can't know.
So they know not to pull things with mom.
Right. They
But
maybe
dad's a
little
softy.
boundary pushing, like let's see what I can get away with. So we have no idea how it was resolved.
No,
so you can't even be judgmental.
It's too bad we
about it.
weren't in line behind them.
We
Then
were
could have
just talking
seen
about how we would have handled it.
Yeah, we're like, no.
We don't know how he handled it.
Or we would have handled it and been like, oh, your sister's getting this. Well, you're getting nothing now.
Like
so
Happy
you can
Gilmore.
put
Oh,
put
your
it back.
fingers hurt.
Which we did see Happy Gilmore too. Did we talk about that
Yes.
last week? Okay, yeah, it was good. Have you watched it yet, Harrison?
No, I have yet to watch it.
You better get these things done because you have 3 weeks, because then your weekends are consumed with pain and suffering.
I thought we were going to recap the last 3 weeks.
Well, we'll do that at the top of the hour.
Okay.
So with that, we're going to go to break. We'll be back. Hour number 2. We'll be talking about courage. So stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2025 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank, on Saturday, August 23rd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Nebraska football opens their season on Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City, and you can be a part of the best pregame tailgate party with Blur Events, live from Kauffman Stadium, home of the Royals. Doors open 4 hours before kickoff with a live DJ promoting interactive competitions and giveaways, tailgate games like cornhole, flip cup, and beer pong, access to ballpark concessions, and available air conditioning. Book your tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City and hang with 93.7 The Ticket on the scene prior to Nebraska versus Cincinnati on August 28th. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. It is hour number 2. And hour number 2 is sponsored by Modern Woodmen of America. Founded in 1883, Modern Woodmen offers financial services and member benefits to individuals and families throughout the U.S. For more information, please call Sean Erickson at 402-483-6515. Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures. I want to give a big shout out to Sean. He's celebrating 17 years with Modern Woodmen. He was pretty excited about that. Started there when he was just right out of college, and he's still there 17 years later.
That's really cool.
He's probably wondering where the time went.
Yep.
So thanks for them for sponsoring part of the show. We appreciate their support and for all they do for the show, and also taking care of some of Nicole and I's needs that we have. So appreciate them. All right. So we're going to be talking about courage for week 4, but first we want to recap kind of the first 3 weeks. If you've missed any part of those. So week 1 of our 10-week challenge was goals. Week 2 was discipline. Week 3 was integrity. They all kind of, everything kind of ties together. Anything you wanted to touch on those 3 before we move on to courage?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
We had whole shows about it. So
well, yeah. So if you missed any part of those, you can always go back and check us out on our podcast pages, any podcast platforms you want. If you have any questions during the next hour, you can feel free to text us on the Starter Heyman text line at 402-464-5685. And we'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. So Nicole, why don't you start us off here for courage, and let's take it.
Well, one of the quotes that I really like is that I don't know what you think about courage, what it takes to be courageous or to have courage, but it's not just about being fearless. It's about doing things when fear is present, like doing it, being scared, but doing it anyway, I think is the biggest part of courage.
I think that goes to everything, like getting in your car and driving.
Well, that's true.
Right?
Because there's so many things that you can just like kind of spiral about that could keep you from doing anything. So yeah, like being scared, doing it anyway is courageous. Or like being challenged. It doesn't even have to be fear. But yeah, like something challenging you and doing it anyway, it builds courage, which is really important. To have that courage to trust the process, especially week 4, because in our program, week 5, we do a check-in and we weigh, you do your weight and you do your in-body measurements. And week 4, it takes a lot of courage to be like, I'm still trusting this process. I don't know, and week 5 is looming and there's fear that's probably starting, or not even fear, doubt creeping in.
Could be some doubt. Yep.
And then just kind of showing up anyway. And that takes courage. I forgot to look up the actual definition of courage.
Well, it's a good thing that I did.
Oh, okay.
Because I have it right here. The definition of courage is the ability to do something that frightens one. So you talk about courage.
What else is there though? There's more than that, right? Like
no, that's just all I have.
That makes sense though. That's right on par with what you were saying.
Yeah. I just feel like it's about more than just fear, but okay. Go ahead. Keep talking. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say like it's courageous to even sign up to do ferals.
Did you not see the bullet point underneath it that says strength in the face of pain or grief? Like
well, I didn't know that was another definition.
Well,
yeah. Strength. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But the other one is in bold letters. So I figure that's,
the other one's in bold too, but it's bold.
And I'll tell you, the last time I looked in a dictionary, like I don't even know if I know how to read a dictionary.
I think you could.
The way you read that,
I don't know.
Concerns me how you read articles. So it sounds like you just read the headline. It's in bold. All this other font that's not bolded. I don't care about that.
Well, I didn't know. I just. It's a noun.
Just the headlines.
Just the bolded.
Literally. That's why I was asking, because I'm like, usually it has more than one thing. And Jeff's like, nope, that's it. And then the actual because I'm sure we're looking at the same thing, said a quote. She called on all of her courage to face the ordeal. And then there's a bullet point. Another definition: strength in the face of grief, pain, or grief. Which, okay. Anyway, just an insight into Jeff's.
Well, like I said, the last time I looked at a dictionary, I was probably a junior in high school.
All right. I don't want to get off course. That's
very courageous of you.
Weird.
See, look, I was courageous to look up the definition and I already had it and then I failed. It's the fear of failure.
But it won't stop you from trying and possibly failing again.
No, that's right.
What is the most courageous thing you guys think you've done in your life so far?
Okay, so
I know that's on the spot.
No, that's a great question.
I will tell you the most courageous things that we have done was moving to Nebraska.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that is from Iowa to Nebraska.
We went from our little cushy lives in Altoona. We had a gym that was the top gym in the Des Moines market by leaps and bounds. We had the most members, most 10-week challenger. I mean, we the most everything.
And it was one location. We were both running one location.
Yep. One location. We were basically it felt like I was retired. I got to sleep in.
I think you're romanticizing it a little bit.
No,
but
I'm
okay.
not. I'm not. It was, we were comfortable.
I think it was a bigger change for you because I was already the morning person. So when you say I was sleeping in every day, I mean, relatively speaking, sleeping in. It's not like you were sleeping till 9 a.m. every day.
Well, I basically didn't have to go to work till 3:30.
Right. Yes.
And then Nicole was done at 10:30 for the rest of the day. So we were like part-time. Yeah. We didn't work. Like now we work 40, 50 hours at the gyms where before we'd work 20.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really.
That did take courage.
But to pack up, move our kids. Our daughter was a freshman in high school. She'd went to the same school her whole life. To move away from, our easy, cushy, one single gym owner out to a place where nobody knew us. I mean, it was very
2
courageous.
locations.
So that's an easy one for me.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
2 locations. Instructors are like, who are these people? What's going on? We're changing owners again.
They're from Iowa. Are they Iowa fans?
Iowa. Did you try to hide that part for a while or just come right out in front that you were from Iowa but Nebraska fans?
I think that was the first thing I talked about in our meeting with the
Right.
instructors is like, we're Husker fans.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not.
I can't imagine how much more courage that would have taken.
Right.
To not be. Or how much courage it would take now to go back.
If you guys were Hawkeye fans, they just wouldn't have had the courage to begin with.
No, that's true.
So, I mean, that's
yeah, I
for
think
you,
that's true.
obviously.
Yeah. I mean, just in our whole, that was kind of always our plan. Owning Farrell's was like from the beginning, we kind of had thought we were going to be moving at some point. Like the first time we talked to Lance a long time ago was about coming to Lincoln before there were any locations. And then we were going to move to Washington State and that didn't work out. And then, so
Washington State, huh?
I had a buddy, one of my buddies that actually did the 10-week challenge with me in 2006 lives up there. And we were going to go into business together and start. And it just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out timing wise. And
we got denied a loan.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's
a tough start, right?
We tried to get
that
a
was the
SBA
timing.
loan,
Right.
Just denied.
We weren't willing to make ridiculous sacrifices to make it happen. It had to make sense.
Right.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, taking a loan out that's got like 30% interest isn't
Right,
necessarily courageous. That might just be stupid.
No,
Right.
Yes. So the courage to no, that's the perfect example. Because man, that was a bummer.
We were bummed big time.
When we kind of just decided no, it's just not going to happen. That took courage to try and say it's not worth it. We could have done other things, but it wasn't worth it. So we decided nope, it's just not the right time. So we waited until it was the right time.
I think second most courageous thing I've ever done was to go to Kinnick Stadium last year.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
I was hoping it had something to do with your family or something, but
just football.
Nope. Going to Kinnick Stadium. That was very courageous to sit with people that I've just that was very courageous.
That is.
It was. And I survived.
You should get a Purple Heart for that.
I should.
Yeah.
And we should have a Husker Heart for all Husker fans who go to Kinnick Stadium and come back alive. Get a Husker Heart.
Really, just go to any road environment.
Well, yeah, Hawkeyes has got to be the word. I mean,
it was horrifying.
It's crazy because I'll give it to him, right? They go from one of the coolest traditions where they wave to the kids and they're like, oh, this is kind of, and then as soon as it's over, it's like, you guys are, they just all sorts of absurdities. It's like, oh, change the temperature.
They went
real
from
quick.
Waving to the middle finger to me. Yeah, that's kind of what it went like.
It's culture. I'll give them that much. That's compartmentalization at its best.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Harrison? What's the most courageous thing you've done in your 25? Are you 25 or 26?
26
That's
now.
what I thought. Yeah.
That's a good question.
I know that's hard. At 26, gosh, I don't know what I would have said. Getting married.
So far right now, I'd say just trusting this job. working for free as an intern for like a year and just part-time and then leaving. I could have gone with the blue what's it called? Blue collar route, maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Make good money, get to like be part of an LLC, get to pocket more, but I don't think I'd be as happy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would drive me kind of nuts doing that. If I was still doing like dry wand paint, I think I'd be pretty, I don't want to say miserable, but I feel like I'd be missing something. So I'd say just sticking with this job for as long as I have been, because it's, and this isn't just me, anybody who wants to do this, just for anybody who's listening, like, you're not going to join a job like this and just get paid handsomely. Like, you're going to have to probably work another job. And if you're in school, you're probably going to have 2 jobs and school, unless you're smarter than me or an athlete. Then congratulations, maybe you have some scholarships to help out. But
right.
It's a grind. So I'd say that's just biggest, courageous thing so far is just sticking it to this job.
Well, and that's really important too. And a lot of people use courage in their jobs. Like, even us just being gym owners is the most courageous thing. Like, we've both worked corporate jobs. We both worked at John Deere Financial. I started at John Deere when I was 18. I don't have a college degree. And by the time I had left, when our son was born, I had worked my way up through the company, and I was in a position. I was 2 positions above where you needed a degree to get into that position.
Mm-hmm.
But because I had worked, into that position, I was definitely beyond where I could have just applied and gotten in. So I think that was, your career. Yes. If it's something that you really enjoy doing, you're going to make some of those sacrifices like you did. And then that's kind of looking back and reflecting on the sacrifices that you made, but to be enjoying what you're doing is really important. And that was with us being gym owners. Like, it's not an easy job. It
was pretty courageous.
But I can't imagine doing anything else.
Pretty courageous when you left that job to be a stay-at-home parent.
I didn't know. If I had known it was going to be that hard to be a stay-at-home mom, I don't know if I would have. That was what I was doing at John Deere was cushy compared to being a stay-at-home mom. But yes, that one was a good big one too, I guess.
What's the hardest part about being a stay-at-home mom? Is it the meals?
No, the hardest part about being a stay-at-home mom is losing your identity, like feeling like you can't, like you're not a productive member of society.
Like house arrest almost?
Right. Like, you're a productive member of your family. Like, you're the center of your family, but you, especially someone who did have a job outside of the house and worked my way up. There's no working your way up as a stay-at-home mom. Like, there's no promotions. There's no, like
maybe flowers.
Yeah.
From your husband when he's back from work is the best things you'll get as.
So you kind of lose your identity as like a person outside of being a mom. That was the hardest part. Like, it was hard. Jeff was in a family business, and prior to being a stay-at-home mom, I felt like I could be part of the conversation and I could contribute to the conversation because I also worked in the corporate world, and then once you're a stay-at-home mom, and this was me, it wasn't how I was being treated, but once you're a stay-at-home mom for 6 months, you're just like, you kind of feel out of touch with everything else, and you just don't feel like you can contribute to be like maybe giving ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. So that was the hardest.
That makes sense.
part.
I was just thinking about all the chores with like my guy brain, the mental state.
Well, I think everybody thinks that until you're in it, and then you're like,
I haven't seen my friends in 6 months. Or
right.
something.
That's why I started Ferals, so I could work out with my friends. That's 100% why I started Ferals.
Okay, let's go back to a couple questions I have for you, Nicole. What does courage look like in class? Great. What does courage look like in class to you?
That's really hard for us to answer because we've been doing it for so long. You know what I mean? But I think a big part of it is, especially with our program, because it's hard. Like, our classes are hard. And so I think it's just showing up. Like, they always talk about the heaviest weight in a gym is the front door.
To go in.
Yeah. Opening the front door is like the hardest part.
That's a good one. I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. Look it up. There's like a better quote for it. I'm paraphrasing, but it's 100% true. So I think just showing up day after day, showing up when you're sore, showing up when you just, you don't know what to expect. What are we going to do today? I'm already sore. So I think that's the big thing. Another part of it is courage to modify when you need to, because that keeps so many people from their goals. Like you have an injury, and it's not an injury that you have to like stop completely, but there are certain things you probably shouldn't be doing, and our pride gets in the way, and people don't want to modify because they think that's failing when it's actually the very opposite. So I think that's probably the biggest part about courage on the mat, is like in those moments deciding like, am I wanting to modify this because I don't want to do it, or am I modifying because it's really the smartest thing to do?
That's probably a tough one, because
it is.
Courage and pride seem like synonyms.
But they're antonyms, honestly.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You think about it more, though. It's like you have to challenge your pride with your courage. It's a weird. I can see how a lot of guys, in particular, just
just
hurt
everybody.
themselves. Yeah, everybody for that hurt themselves more.
Yes, that's a good point. So I wish I would have brought that up first, because I think that's my final answer. So on the mat, the courage to like know when to push yourself and know when to like modify when you need to.
Well, or example I have is overcoming that fear of failure, which when I taught class last week, we were doing drop set of lateral raises, and I was like, okay, everybody start with red. And of course, if you've done ferals and you've done a lateral raise on your shoulders, you're like, what?
Yeah.
This person's asking me to do what? And everybody grabbed red, and everybody got through it. And you could just see like the confidence that got through, because if I wouldn't have pushed them to do it, they would have never grabbed a red band in the first place.
That doesn't mean that they're going to use a red band every time they do a lateral raise for the next, 7 weeks or whatever. But yeah, you have to have that. That's trusting courage to trust the process too. Like, because I'll make people use red too when we do drop set lateral raises, because it's 8 reps or 12, depending on the drop set. So you can do it. The goal is to fail.
Right. So that fear of failure changes. We do have fear of failing, because like you said, now we're getting into week 4, whether you're doing ferals or not. Hopefully you've been doing something over the last 3 weeks with us. Because, I think now is kind of when people start to see changes. Week 4, week 5.
Seeing changes on and off, in and outside of the gym. But I've noticed a lot of changes in people with just their form and their strength and their confidence to like try something, even if they're not sure if they can do it, like strength training, which I think drop sets really do help kind of push that process. So with drop sets, we do, depending on the count, 12 reps, then 16, 24. The goal is to start really heavy for the 12 reps. If you fail, you go lighter for 16 and then the lightest for 24. And so we're really are challenging them to try a band color that they thought, and they've only been doing it for 3 weeks. Like 2 weeks prior, we were like, use a yellow band for this. And now we're telling them to use red. So that takes courage to trust the process.
Trust and I tell them, I was told too, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you to do something I don't think you can do. Like, I'm not like, hey, grab a purple one.
Yeah.
Let's bust these out, and no, so it's just kind of cool to see the people in class like do that and fight through it. And like, I could just see on their faces like, wow, I can't believe I just did that. So that's kind of a cool little aha moment for that. So let's go ahead and take a break now, and then we'll get into we'll keep this conversation going here when we come back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
At Schweezel Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwizo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, that's 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. So we've been talking about courage and how it pertains to health, wellness, fitness, and other aspects of your life. So this segment, Nicole, we're going to discuss the 4 types of courage.
Well, we're not the 4, but just 4.
There's more types.
We'll
just do 4 types.
But I just found an
All right.
article about it with the 4 types.
Let's do it.
Of courage. So the first one is physical courage. Like that was basically what we've been talking about, like the physical courage of like being nervous or scared or apprehensive to do something and doing it anyway. We basically talked about that. But the second one I thought was really interesting and applies really well to fitness is social courage.
Okay.
Which actually applies to a lot of the stuff that we talked about, like if you're introverted or extroverted. So if you're an introvert, social courage, you know what social courage is. Like
what?
If you're introverted, you're extroverted. So you probably don't know what social courage is. You can't imagine. What do you think social courage is?
Just like putting yourself out there.
Right. Yes.
You have a very hard time with that one.
I know Jeff does.
Well, I mean, sometimes if I'm not in my element, like there's certain things if I would go to that I probably wouldn't be comfortable at.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
it would be uncomfortable, like a banquet, like a fancy
kind of
banquet. Is that...
Yeah.
Somewhere that someone's not also wearing a Husker hat that
Yeah,
you
that's
could
what I'm
zone
trying to
in
think
on
of.
them and become best friends immediately.
Well, or if like people start talking about like stocks and like financial, like
Yeah.
I'd be uncomfortable. Like I don't know.
That's true. I don't think I've ever seen. Now I'm like thinking it. I've only seen you wear ferals and Husker gear, nothing else.
Yeah.
You showed up in a suit and tie. I wouldn't know who you are. I don't
I
think.
could find some pictures of Jeff.
Well, that's
no beard, suit and tie. It would blow your mind.
No beard, Jeff.
No beard, Jeff.
Well, that's because we have a job where I can wear a hat all the time and barrel stuff, you know.
But social courage is important. Social courage when it comes to fitness is extremely important because whether you're doing group fitness or you're just going to a gym, that social courage of like being perceived is really important. And it reminds me of what we talk about a lot that our instructor Brandy said one time and I think this is true for the most part at any fitness gym that you go to, like everybody cares and no one cares at the same time. Like everyone at Farrell's cares and is invested in your success, but nobody cares if you mess up. Like nobody cares if you in the warm up. Well, I mean, we might give you a hard time jokingly, but if you do 3 kicks instead of 1 in the warm up and you get off beat, like nobody cares about that. But that does take social courage. And that is, I mean, we've seen that with people that have really struggled with that. I remember, because I don't have a college degree, but I was going to college before Ben was born. And we had a class where we had to do a presentation, and there was a woman up there doing a presentation, and it was like, she was so uncomfortable that it just made, like, you just felt for her. Like, and we'd all been in the same room together for all quarter, whatever, talk to her. She was part of conversations. It's not like she was coming into a group of people she didn't know, but when she had to stand in front of the group and make a presentation, it was like a totally different person. And it was like, really, you could tell it took a lot of social courage for her to do that. And it was really hard. And so we see that a lot in the gym.
Well, and you know me, I'm very uncomfortable in disagreements and like confrontations.
You're very non-confrontational.
That's surprising.
Well,
because considering how you talk around. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Unless it's sports. I was like
I struggle if I have to talk to somebody, a member, like a parent or something where it's like, okay, this is going to cause some stress.
Yeah.
And it stems from
his dad was very confrontational.
He just would just. Yeah.
And you're just not good at arguing. So that's part of it,
which
too.
works well for Nicole.
It doesn't work
like
well
I wouldn't
for me,
be a good debater.
actually.
Like in debate class. No, I wouldn't be. I'm not very good at debate. Now I could debate like, was the 95 Husker team better than the 2001 Miami team? Like those types of things.
The stuff that matters.
I could debate stuff that matters, but like, any confrontation, and I just get anxious and I feel sick. And so,
takes courage.
It takes courage. Like if a member owes us money, like,
Yeah, those
saying, hey,
are uncomfortable.
You know, or we do a price increase
that takes courage.
Telling people their membership's going up. Those are tough. Like,
yeah,
I'll tell you what, the apartment places I've lived at got a lot of courage because they just tell me that stuff easily. Like, hey, $300 extra.
Think about how much courage Netflix has
to
just raise your rates. How much courage the Dollar Tree has right now from this year. Like last year at this time, everything was literally $1, and now they're raising their prices to $1.75, which I know is not a lot, but percentage wise,
that's a lot.
That's a ton.
Then you have the truly courageous Arnold Palmer. Still 99 cents. Not changing.
I know.
True courage.
So no, that is the important part. Social courage and fitness is actually something people probably don't think about, or they think about it too much, and it keeps. I think that's probably what it is. They think about it too much.
How are people going to look at me? How are people going to judge me? Yeah, absolutely.
Times have you talked? You know, one of our former members and friend John, in Iowa, Morel, and how many times he sat in the parking lot before he even came in to talk to us, like multiple times. So that took a lot of courage, just walking in to learn more about the program, not even like to do a workout.
Judgment's tough.
Yeah.
It's all hardwired. It's a public speaking thing.
Yeah.
Like we're not meant to, like, anytime we're supposed to be judged. It goes with fitness too. It's like it's in your DNA that it freaks you out a little bit because you do best with the group, and if you're going to be judged in front of the entire group, you're terrified.
Yeah, but in reality, almost all the time, we're all dealing with our own stuff. Like nobody is really cares that much. Like
Yeah, we're not running for our food. Still, we're not going to judge you and kick you out of the group. You're still welcome.
Yeah. The next one talks about. It really goes along with our last week's. I have a little bit of a hiccup in my throat. It goes really well with last week's topic. And it's moral courage, which is integrity, like moral courage to do what's right, even when it's difficult. That's integrity. So moral courage is really important. Being consistent with what you say you're going to do. And I think a lot of times people think morality and it's like right or wrong, but it's like, it could also be like good and bad, like what's good for you and what's not good for you. So
and then the gray.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So moral courage, that makes a lot of sense. Like takes moral courage to, I think that's more with like nutrition.
Well, especially today, you can cheat with a bunch of medicines.
Yeah.
You need to, like, do I need
That's a great
extreme,
example.
like steroids.
Yeah. That's a great example because there's been a lot of influencers in the last couple of years that did not have moral courage, and they've been hiding behind that. Liver King, great example.
Liver King's one of my favorites.
Right.
What a run.
Like Liver King had no moral courage at all. He's literally telling people like, oh, I just eat meat, blah, blah. And then
would moral courage have to deal with the Biggest Loser? Because it just reminded me that there is a Netflix documentary coming up here in basically about 10 days about the Biggest Loser.
Month. Yeah.
That could be good.
So like behind the scenes type, like, are we making these people do too much? Are we altering? I mean, so I'm excited to watch that, and we can talk about that on the show, and it'll probably tie into some of our topics.
Yeah. It's true because there's a lot that was going on behind the scenes. They're forward facing the great things that are happening, but they're hiding the bad things that are happening. That's moral courage for sure. We've also seen that with influencers now who have been exposed as using weight loss medications, GLP-1s and stuff, which is so ridiculous because like there's one influencer, I don't know her name, on TikTok, but she had like lost a lot of weight. And the thing is, like, she was still really successful, but she had gained like 10 pounds, and it was, for herself, it felt like too much. So she went on a GLP-1 and lost a lot of weight, and it took her a long time to like admit it, and she faced really big backlash. Well, the thing is, if she just would have been honest from the beginning and said, hey guys, I'm going to try this out, she could have folded in a whole new audience of people that are on these weight loss medications, and she could have been the, like, you know what I mean, poster child for it. But she hid it for like 11 months before she finally had to come clean, and that was a lack of moral courage for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
what
we're
that
seeing
is.
that.
I think people want to say they did it all natural. Or I don't know what that is. Why you hide
especially
that
with
stuff.
those, like it gets to a point where people know that, like,
Eventually, 11 months
Yeah.
of it. I just don't
Right.
know why people hide that ever to begin with.
I don't either, because it's that whole "you are not special," mentality of like thinking, oh, and fat phobia. Really, it's
Yeah.
really boils down to fat phobia. It's like you really are afraid of gaining weight again so much that you're going to lie to people about it, which is that's the thing that's frustrating about steroids and frustrating about weight loss medication. Like, not that and there are a lot of bodybuilders that do use steroids and they're open about it.
Yeah, they're trying to do the roided Olympics.
Yeah. And I have so much more respect for those people. I'm so much more interested in what they have to say, not because it's something I ever want to do, but it's just like a glimpse into a world that I will never be a part of, instead of like lying to people about it. So I think moral courage is something that we see a lot in the fitness industry, good and bad examples.
Well, if you're in fitness too, it'll ruin your business. So
once it gets out,
Liver King.
I know.
Like,
now
great
you're
example.
I mean, he was already kind of a joke, but now he's like even more of a joke.
It's pretty well sold.
And where I'm happy, with our business and Farrell's, it's been, the same nutrition program for 22 years. Has not changed at all.
Nope.
Like
same thing really with our program in general. Like, we have definitely lasted through the trends of fitness and nutrition for sure. It's the same basic principle: strength training, cardio, balanced nutrition.
And we've lasted through gyms starting, gyms closing.
Right. Yeah. Fitness trends coming and going, nutrition trends coming and going. And then the last one, which this is a good segue, is emotional courage. And emotional courage and nutrition, I think, are hugely tied together, because we have so much emotion tied to food that sometimes it can take courage to like maybe face it. Mark is a great example. Mark Onweiler is a great example. Like, he definitely had a really big lack of emotional courage when he was in the height of his weight gain, where he would talk about stopping at Little Caesars and eating a pizza on his own in the car and then go home and eat dinner.
Yep.
Like, he had such shame around it, but then it also created this cycle that he just couldn't break and couldn't get out of. And I think a lot of times you have to reflect a little bit on that emotional tie that you maybe have with food and how that is serving you and how it's detrimental to you too. So I think that that's the biggest one, is that emotional courage, and it tying to nutrition and like rethinking what food means to you.
Yeah. Like we talked to our members, like now we're eating, we want you to eat with like a sense of purpose, that you're fueling your body, not just eating for entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, talk about that. It's fall.
I know. Right?
This is like my biggest problem come fall. Is like, the mountain's a little tastier. Come Sunday,
right?
The Mountain Dew.
No.
Of course, lights.
Always Mountain Dew, but he's talking about beer.
Yeah.
And sports.
And then you get the dips, you get the cheese.
So here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. What I would recommend coming up for during football season is if you can go Monday through Friday and you're eating clean and you're hitting your macros, it's okay to it's okay.
Within reason on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Don't go buy a 12-pack and knock it out
in 1 hour
on Saturday and then go Sunday and get another one. Like, but the thing is, if you're going multiple days and weeks without it, then it does make it a little bit easier to maybe rein it in. I don't know.
You won't need a ton of alcohol if you're not drinking.
See, I'm the opposite. And that's the other thing, is knowing yourself, because like the summer for me is harder for nutrition because I hate summer. Like, I hate how hot it is. I hate cooking when it's hot. I hate cooking and knowing I'm going to make the house even hotter, and like the air conditioner already can't keep up. So like, I don't even want to turn on the air fryer because it's going to make the house even hotter and the air conditioner can't keep up. So like, for me, fall and winter, like that's the best time to be in the kitchen cooking, but I can cook healthy food.
and too,
not
like
just comfort foods.
Think about the summer. Your kids are home from school. You're like,
you have
let's
so
go
many
out
things
for
in the
lunch.
house.
Now you're having to buy.
Snacks.
Yeah, you're buying chips and like stuff for them to eat, mac and cheese, and it's like the quick things for them for lunch, frozen pizzas. Like, but when they're in school, you don't have to buy all that stuff because you're not worried about what are they going to eat for lunch. Right. So I think it's a lot easier during fall and winter for sure. I mean, and for
that's
me
the
too.
point is knowing that about yourself.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, I know this time is coming up. It's going to be hard for me. Got to rely on my physical, moral, and emotional courage to get through, not cracking open those beers or just don't buy them. I don't know.
Just don't.
Easy.
You're right. I will be sober from here on out.
To say.
I will declare sobriety.
No.
Anytime I watch football.
You don't have to do that. But you also don't have to be a lab rat either,
This stretch always is tough because it's like football and then Christmas. Yeah. I got a sugar tooth and then like the Christmas cookies. That's the real downfall come December. And
I know.
But think about
rib on Christmas Day.
Think about it.
One.
December is still, we got September, October. Yeah. It's still 4 months from now,
and you're
right?
already throwing in the towel.
This is the tough stretch here.
You're already just.
It's going to take a lot of courage, Jeff. That's all I'm saying.
You're already just like most people.
Yep.
Let's wait till January.
Right? I might as well.
It's August. There's no way I could eat healthy over football season and Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween.
It's hoodies. How about, I'll just wear sweatpants, hoodies every day from here on out.
That
no one will know.
You can get healthy over these periods if you allow yourself to, I can have, in our program, you get one free day a week that you could do whatever you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if you have, you can plan we got football on, Thursday night, Saturday.
Right. That's
Saturday,
where it gets
Monday,
in trouble. Yes.
And then Monday night football,
Friday night,
and then Thursday night football again. And
but you don't have to eat bad during a football game, right? So I was just playing figure what your free day is going to be, and as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do for 5 or 6 days out of the week, that's great. As long as you're eating healthy 80% of the time, it's going to be all right.
Yeah, and if you're doing 80% of the time, that craving on the 20% of the time won't be that strong.
Yeah,
because you're used to a healthier diet.
And you can have unhealthy foods. It's just moderation,
portion control.
Like have a couple slices of pizza. That's okay.
And if you can't, just don't order pizza. Maybe.
Right. Like us. Like I'd eat the whole thing.
I know that's like for me. If I put it in a tombstone, I'll eat half of it. I'm like, oh, I'm full. And then give me like an hour. I'd be like, oh, maybe that other half can go down.
Ben buys frozen pizzas never with the intention of not eating the whole thing. Right?
He'll bring the whole pizza on the plate.
He just did that Friday.
But he's 18,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's 18. He did. He'll get to a point where he can't do that.
Whole pizza. He was like, oh, I'm going to try this pizza. It was a frozen pizza, but he's telling us all about it. But does he offer any of us a slice? No. He
didn't even ask.
Very clearly the entire pizza on his plate, which is fine. I wouldn't have had any anyway.
So if we roll into the kitchen, there isn't even a slice on the pan to tempt us, which is fine. We don't need to be tempted.
Either. Sounds like if he's just got the whole thing on the
one pan, one plate.
Student in training, he's already got that down.
Yep. So. All right. Well, let's go to break. We got one more segment to go here on this episode, so stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Rick Heyman here from Starter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at starterheyman.com.
Starter Heyman Jewelers.
Play ball! Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everyone, welcome back in. Final segment here on this week's episode of Courage. Just a quick note, Nicole and I will not be in studio next week. We are going to our second attempt to go ride our bikes. The plan is to do 100 miles. I'm already trying to get out of it.
Not the bike ride.
Not the bike ride, but shorten the bike ride because we're also going to go to the Iowa State Fair, which maybe I will be leaving my Courage at the gate when I walk in
your Husker hat.
Oh, I'll be wearing my Husker hat.
What I mean.
I'll be. What do you mean?
What courage? Okay, keep going.
To eat at the fair.
Oh, emotional nutrition courage.
Yep, my nutritional courage will be left at the gate when I walk in because it's the Iowa State Fair. It's one of the top 10 things in the country to do. Like before you die, you're supposed to go to the Iowa State Fair. butter cow, butter this, butter that, fried this, fried that.
I don't think there's anything top 10 in Iowa.
No, the Iowa State Fair
is
legit the top 10 thing to do.
It's unmatched.
I get it. You guys are from there. It's fine.
No, you don't know.
It's fine.
You've never been.
You guys, you don't have to.
We went to the Nebraska State Fair one time, and it was
just embarrassing.
Oh my god,
it was embarrassing compared to what the
It's
Iowa
probably
State
a
Fair
great
is.
fair.
Annoyingly, though, do you know what's with the butter cow this year?
Yeah, they made a little butter sculpture of Caitlin Clark getting her eye gouged by another MWA
Which
player.
is annoying because they've already had Caitlin Clark as a butter sculpture before too. So that one I thought was kind of annoying. We don't really go see the butter cow because
No, we've seen
the
it.
same every single year.
Yeah, we
so
don't need to see it
We will
anymore.
not be waiting in line to see a butter sculpture of Caitlin Clark.
But anyway, so we won't be in
There
studio
is
next
some
week.
top tier food items, but you can only get at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah,
which is like
top tier,
Yeah.
all
Like
healthy, like salad on a stick,
they do have salad on
stuff
a
like
stick.
that. We'll be eating.
Is that just like a skewered tomato?
Kind of,
lettuce,
yeah,
and
I think so.
He's lying. He's joking.
But I will
mean,
not
it
be
is a
getting that.
thing. Cheese curds, obviously, the cheese curds are really good.
Just
don't
like
know.
big turkey sticks that are
Yeah,
just
just
like
the food's
drumsticks.
similar.
Well, you said
Fair
food
stuff.
that you'll not find anywhere else. And
Only
I heard
at like the fair. I guess you could go around to different fairs, or you could go to the fair multiple times. But
so the Iowa
you know,
State Fair is so unique you won't find. But if you go to any other fair,
I didn't say that. I said you could go. You could say that about the Nebraska
I'm just playing
State Fair.
devil's advocate.
You could say that about the Nebraska State Fair too, but
It's just really just big. It's just one of the things where you got to go and watch.
Mhm. Yep.
Lots of
But
cool rides.
we don't go on rides
Oh.
there. You out of your mind?
they do have a double
Jinkety-
Ferris wheel. That is
Jinkety, rickety rides. No,
terrifying.
we don't go on rides at carnivals.
Dude, when you were younger, did you guys go on rides?
Well, when you're younger, yeah. But when
Okay.
you're, I'm not going to pay $10 to go on a Ferris wheel.
The
I
Ferris
forget
wheel's
it.
there all the time. It's not jankety, but
No,
it's
but-
scary.
The only one I go the Zipper would be the only like carnival ride I'd want to
That's
go on.
because
again.
you're still young and you can spin around. Jeff cannot
Yeah.
even spin in that
Maybe.
chair
No, I
without
get
getting
sick.
green.
Yeah, I get sick spinning. But yeah, when you get older, that gets worse. But
It does go away.
Mississippi Mud Dog, not a bucket list thing. Oh,
It probably shouldn't be a bucket list, but if you're from Iowa, you know. It's a if you know, you know.
Yeah,
We're gonna be there
somebody-
anyway. We would never drive just to go to the Iowa State Fair. Let's be clear.
well, somebody unknown texter texted and said Iowa sucks. Yes,
Also true. Two things can be true at the same time.
we 1,000% agree with you. That
Right.
is my zone name is Iowa sucks at Farrell's. Yes, Iowa Hawkeyes suck. Period.
Two things can be true at the same time. The amount of eye rolling that we will be doing at the Iowa State Fair, because if we want to talk about top tier food, top tier people watching at the Iowa State Fair, very famous. And
I bet. Yeah, that's probably pretty
if
good
we
there.
go to the Iowa State Fair, maybe I should get a counter and we can count how many people we see wearing Hawkeye gear.
Now
Because there will be a lot of us eye rolling. We would never, that could never be a drinking game. We would literally die of alcohol poisoning.
That would be so fun. You guys are just eye rolling at every Hawkeye fan in Iowa while you guys were walking through
I
with your
know.
Husker gear. Like, look at these losers.
Now the
Click, click,
same
click,
same
click.
texter says we always talk about Iowa. Let's get the tape out.
Right?
If
You
we're
guys are
talking about
from Iowa.
Iowa, it's because they suck.
Yeah, it's
right?
not good stuff.
I'm not saying, oh, I just can't wait to go there. Actually, you know what? Unknown texter, I always feel sick when I cross over the river to get in there. And then I don't feel normal until I get back
It's
into
true.
Nebraska.
He says it every time when we cross back into Nebraska, like, oh, I can breathe
It
again.
feels so much better.
It's a real thing.
But anyway, we are going no, Mississippi Mud Dog.
Yeah, I threw
I
the
feel like
people
you guys
against you.
like Iowa. Come on.
No, I lived there for 30 plus years.
No, we hate Iowa
I know.
because Iowa sucks. And I
Oh.
can't wait
But
until
our friends live there.
I can't
love my
wait
friends.
until Black Friday when we kick their beep. We'll see you in a couple weeks. We got commitment next week. 93.7 The Ticket, Fitness Fanatics.